Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Commitment Field on the campus of Oklahoma Bible Academy for tonight's second round matchup in the Class B state playoffs. Your Oklahoma Bible Academy Trojans taking on Southwest Covenant as the Patriots travel to Enid for the second time this season to take on OBA as we prepare to kick off in playoff action. Previous meeting between these two teams was the very first game of the year, and both teams are very different. As the kickoff falls short, comes down about the 20, scooped up by Cheatham at the 25. Breaks the tackle, breaks a couple more tackles, brings it towards the middle across the 40, and stopped at about the 43-yard line. Be first down Trojans to start the game off. So as I was saying, both of these teams met in the first week of the season, with OBA coming out victorious in that one. But these are two very different teams that have made it to the second round of the playoffs, because a literal whole season has been played since they met each other way back at the beginning of the year. Southwest Covenant won the toss and elected to defer to the second half, so the Trojans start out on offense here. Hofen comes in motion, handoff right up the middle to Ian Easton. It's going to be good for about 5 yards. So second down for the Trojans here early on in the game. Your OBA Trojans with their second consecutive home playoff game, with a victory last week, advancing to today's second round matchup. So Judd Cheatham around the far edge. That's going to be plenty for a first down and then some. So first down Trojans as they head forward in the opening drive. Ball marked in Southwest Covenant territory at the 45. Trojan offense has shown quick strike capability, but they've also had drives where they can work the ball down the field. It's going to be another handoff to Easton. This one over the left side, and he's going to be stopped for no gain, maybe even a loss. So the Southwest Covenant defense up to the task in that one. Your Trojans come in with a record of 10-1. Again with a victory over Southwest Covenant way back on September 1st. Their lone loss coming to top-ranked Sealing on September 15th. Southwest Covenant coming in with a record of 7-3, so a nice record for the Patriots as well. As second and 10. Hofen in motion is going to hand off to Hofen there. He cuts it up inside. Makes up the lost yardage from the previous play and a couple of more, so that'll bring up third and about 8 for the Trojans. Southwest Covenant's 2 losses come to OBA and to O'Keene in district play. So only losses in district play were to O'Keene and a common opponent in Sealing. When OBA lost to Sealing, the score was 18-14, defensive battle in Class B, and Southwest Covenant lost to O'Keene 28-52. So Cheatham up to the line, third and long. Hofen going in motion again. He's going to fake the handoff to Hofen and then bring it around the near short side of the field. He's going to get across the 40, down at about the 39. So that'll be fourth down. I'm going to guess the Trojans would go here, 4-down territory for OBA. So Southwest Covenant with a 7-3 record, looking to make a stop here on the first drive of the game. Trojan offense stays on the field, so we're likely to see a attempt at fourth down. OBA have been pretty successful on fourth downs this season, so we'll see if they can convert this one. And we're going to have a timeout on the field. OBA, Coach Chris Kayott and the coaching staff did not like what they saw in the formation from Southwest Covenant, so they'll take the first time out of the game here with 9:11 to go here in the first period. Cool evening here in Enid, Oklahoma. Hardly any wind blowing. The flag sitting straight down on the flagpole, so no breeze at all going on, which has been pretty rare here in northwestern Oklahoma, but we'll take it. 53 degrees on a clear night here on the southern plains, as we expect the temperature will probably slowly drop throughout the night. It's 53 now, according to the weather app. It's only going to drop a few degrees, maybe 49 degrees by 9 o'clock. So, beautiful night for football. Just cool enough to make it feel like football weather, not so cold that you feel like you're going to freeze to death. So again, here come the Trojans. Hofen and Easton kind of at a wingback position here. Cheatham in the backfield, and he's going to bring it right up through the middle. Going to try to bounce it outside. Southwest Covenant's there. It's going to be really close. And that's going to be short. Looks like just shy of the 35-yard line. Folks on this side of the field aren't happy about the spot. Folks on the far side of the field are ecstatic about the spot. So that's going to be a stop. Turnover on downs for the Trojans. And here comes the Southwest Covenant offense onto the field for the first time tonight, led by quarterback Nate Gerber. Two receivers far to the wide side of the field. Gerber in the backfield. One receiver here on the near side for Southwest Covenant. Man in motion. It's going to be a handoff to the motion man. They turn him up inside, and down he goes. Looks like that's number 0 on the carry, Zeke Williams. Nick Beckman trips him up, so about a 2-yard gain there for Williams, making it 2nd and 8 for Southwest Covenant. So here come the Patriots on 2nd down. Back to pass this time. Lots of traffic. He's going really deep. He's got a man behind the defense, but just barely overthrown. Liam Berry in coverage there. Looks like that's number 4 was the intended receiver. Maybe a 0. I can't really tell from this angle. It might have been Williams. Williams, a senior out there. We'll probably be calling his name a lot tonight. Southwest Covenant fans tuning in, I apologize if I'm slow on the names. The roster I was given is listed by grade, and so not numerically, and so I have to kind of go down and find numbers as I go down the roster, so please bear with me. I'll be learning the guys' names as we go, though. So 3rd down, another passing play, looking for Williams over the middle. That goes overhead and falls incomplete. That'll bring 4th down. That was intended for number 22, Trace Brunk, also a senior for Southwest Covenant. It's going to be 4th down and 8. New personnel onto the field for Southwest Covenant. Looks like it's going to be a punt formation. Ian Burnett in there for the Trojans, giving Nick Beckman a break here on special teams. Judd Cheatham deep to receive for OBA. Special teams has been a standout aspect of the game for the Trojans the past few weeks, with several touchdowns scored. So the punt hits at about the 32 and just kind of goes straight up and down and is down at the 31. So here come the Trojans for their 2nd possession of the night. It's 0-0 with 8:19 to go in the first period. Different feel tonight's game from the last couple of games for the Trojans. 2 weeks ago, the Trojans scored on the opening kickoff, got a turnover immediately, scored again, and it was 21-0 a minute and a half into the game. Or 20-0 maybe. And then last week, again, the Trojans' quick strike offense scored really early in the game, got a stop and scored again. And by this time last week, the Trojans were up 14-0. So different feel tonight as Southwest Covenant is up to the task. And the Trojans are in for a battle here in the 2nd round of the playoffs. Cheatham takes the snap. He's going to roll to the far side of the field, cuts it back inside. It's going to be positive yardage. Nice tackle there from Trace Brunk. Comes in, big impact. And make the stop. Jack Holsey, the junior, was also in there on the tackle. Ball sitting directly on the 35-yard line in Trojan territory. Liam Berry wide to the near side. Wyatt Hofen in the slot. Cheatham takes a snap. He's going to roll out to the near side. Cuts it in. It's going to be positive yardage. Scrambles forward for about 3 yards. So that'll bring up third down. Ball sitting at the 37-yard line. So right at 3rd and 5 for the Trojans. Hofen comes in motion to the near side. Cheatham directing traffic there. Now Hofen in motion again. Cheatham's going to roll out to his right, looking to throw. He's going to be put under pressure. He fires it down the sideline. That's going to be way over the target. Elijah Chambers, the intended receiver, and that's going to bring up 4th and 5 for the Trojans. So punt formation for OBA. Ian Easton back to punt. He'll send that deep. It's going to be fielded about the 32. It bounces, takes a Trojan bounce right down to the 20, down to the 20, and out of bounds at the 21-yard line. So Southwest Covenant will take over for their second possession at the 22-yard line with 6:37 to go here in the first period. Big thank you to our sponsors that make our live stream possible. Jansen GMC, our stream sponsor here tonight. I'd like to thank the folks at Jansen. If you have any vehicle needs, please go see our good friends at Jansen GMC. They'll take great care of you. So first down for Southwest Covenant. Rolling to the far side of the field. Cuts it up inside, brought down by Liam Berry. That's Zeke Williams once again. So it looks like we're going to have a steady diet of Zeke Williams from Southwest Covenant, so you just have to be aware of that. Nate Gerber, the quarterback, going to be looking for number 0 as often as he can, it looks like. So second and about 1.5 for Southwest Covenant on their second drive of the game. So Gerber comes up to the line. Rolling to his right, and Crow in pursuit. The ball's going to be completed. A little collision there is going to open up some yardage. Cheatham chases him down, though, and forced out of bounds is number 2, Asher Hoover. So two Trojans in coverage there collided with each other, and that opened up a little bit of a gap for Hoover to run through. First down, Southwest Covenant in Trojan territory at the 44-yard line. So Gerber with his first completion of the night to Hoover. Motion. Gerber's going to keep this one. Crow in pursuit. Easton in pursuit. Forced out of bounds. Over there on the far sideline. Looks like Elijah Chambers was out there to escort him out of bounds. Trojans still in a little bit of recovery mode. They've had multiple injuries this year. And so trying to work a few of those guys back in. Harrison Crow was able to come back and play a little bit last week. Still not back to full strength, but able to give the Trojans some valuable minutes. Trojans still missing Corbin Burrell, who played the last time these two teams met, but has been out the majority of the season with a knee injury and is still on the sidelines. Caleb Mendoza also played in that first matchup, not playing tonight. Swing pass out here to the near side. Bobbled, finally brought in, but that delay cost him a few moments. But he fights forward. Nice effort there from number 22, Trace Brunk. Some poor tackling there on the part of the Trojans as Brunk ran through 3 tackles before being forced out of bounds by Elijah Chambers. So nice play there from the senior, number 22, Trace Brunk. Initially bobbled the pass and looked like he was going to be down for a loss, but he makes a man miss, breaks another tackle, runs through an arm tackle, and gets a first down. And Southwest Covenant is on the move. Ball at the 34-yard line of OBA. Pressure from Chambers on the backside. He's going to force a scramble. That ball's thrown. It's up for grabs. That's a jump ball. Cheatham going over there, but it's going to be, 5 yards out of bounds. This is not catchable. Pressure there applied by the Trojan defensive line. Force an uncomfortable throw. Nick Beckman, Elijah Chambers, Jackson Crow, all in the backfield of Southwest Covenant. Hurrying that play along forces Nate Gerber to throw a pass, and really Gerber's kind of lucky that went so far out of bounds, because if it was going to be a jump ball, there were 2 Trojans there and only 1 Patriot. So 2nd and 10 for Southwest Covenant. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Gerber in the backfield. Williams goes in motion. He's going to pull the handoff, throws the out route. Quick move there from number 2, and he gets by Ian Easton before being dragged down by Wyatt Hofen. That's Asher Hoover once again with another reception for Southwest Covenant. Bring up 3rd and short for the Patriots. 4:55 to go here in the first period. Southwest Covenant is knocking on the door as they are marching into Trojan territory. Right now the Trojan defense is reeling just a little bit, but adjustments will be made, I'm sure. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far side. Once again, I'm sure we're going to see Williams in motion, and there he goes. Going to hand it to Williams. No, he fakes it again. Gerber keeps this when he's not going to have, it's going to be close. It depends on the spot. And they're going to say first down for Southwest Covenant. Barely got a yard there, but got just enough. Ian Easton with the tackle. Really a nice play defensively, but they didn't need very far, and he got just enough to get the first down for Southwest Covenant. So they move the chains, and a new set of downs for the Patriots. Nate Gerber gets the play from the sideline and comes into the huddle. So here come the Patriots. Hoover at tight end. Williams in the slot. Gerber in the backfield here. Takes the snap, looking to his left, now to his right, going through his checks. He's going to throw it deep to the left. It's the back of the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown if he stayed in bounds. Touchdown, Southwest Covenant. Right on the end line there is Trace Brunk. The senior pulls that in. Nice catch there for Southwest Covenant as he pulls it in right on the back pylon and was able to maintain control. So that'll be Southwest Covenant 6, OBA 0, 3:46 to go here in the first period. So Southwest Covenant will line up for the 2-point conversion. Going to roll out to his right, looking in the back of the end zone, and that just sails deep out of the back of the end zone. No way that was going to be catchable. So the Trojans hold on the 2-point conversion, making the score Southwest Covenant 6, OBA 0, with 3:46 to go here in the first period. And OBA is in somewhat unfamiliar territory as they are behind in the first quarter. That's the first time that's happened in a long time. So the Trojans will have to bounce back as they'll take over possession. 3:46 to go in the first period. And this Trojan offense and the Trojan special teams, for that matter, have shown the capability to strike quickly. And so I would imagine they are anxious to get out there and answer this Southwest Covenant touchdown. Nice crowd out here at Commitment Field tonight. Several folks made the trip up from Yukon with the Patriots, and so we always appreciate our friends from Southwest Covenant coming for a visit. It was a real blessing to have former OBA staffer and current Southwest Covenant middle school principal Clay Henderson was on campus here at OBA this week. It had been scheduled for a long time, unbeknownst to anyone that these two teams would be playing this week, but Mr. Henderson came back for a visit and led our chapel service on Wednesday. It was a great time having him back on campus. So Southwest Covenant set to kick off. That's number 8, Caden Waymuller. He's going to kick that short onside kick, and that ball's loose. It's on the ground. Hard to say who got that. It looked like OBA was able to fall on it, but that's the second Southwest Covenant kickoff that's found its way to the ground. Eli Lichty was able to fall on that ball, so it'll be first down OBA at the 43-yard line. Lucky play there for the Trojans. That ball fell in front of Lichty, and instead of doing a normal bounce, it just stopped. It slammed on the brakes, and lucky for OBA, a Southwest Covenant player didn't quite have it in his vision and ran by it, and Lichty was able to pounce on it before Southwest Covenant was able to see it on the ground. So first down OBA at their own 43-yard line. Cheatham in the backfield. He's going to roll out to the near side. He's got blockers out in front. He's got room, and this could go all the way. Cheatham, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Judd Cheatham. No flags on the play. OBA scores. We've got two officials standing at midfield talking, but I don't see a flag on the ground. Still don't see a flag anywhere, but they're coming back. Still no signal, still no explanation, so we're just waiting here patiently. So it's going to be shot block on the Trojans. Looks like on the far side of the play, so nowhere involved in the play at all. And they march off, wow, 5, 10, 15 yards from the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be first and 25 for OBA. And this has been a theme throughout the year for the Trojans, undisciplined and big plays being called back. But also a theme throughout the year has been OBA's been able to overcome those things. So being behind the chains is nothing new. First and 25. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. The Trojans very comfortable being in this situation. Hofen comes in motion. Cheatham fakes the handoff, turns and goes right up the middle. Not going to get hardly anything there, maybe a yard, if anything. So that'll make it second and 24. So Trojans back at it, second and 24. 3 minutes to go in the first period. Cheatham takes a snap, rolls out to the near side. Looking to throw. Has a receiver, ball is knocked out. Incomplete. Ball was thrown towards Liam Berry. Broken up by Southwest Covenant, falls incomplete. Trace Brunk. The senior Brunk is having a whale of a first quarter here for Southwest Covenant with big catches and touchdown plays and now broken up passes on defense. So third and 24 for the Trojans. Two receivers on the near side of the field. Easton in the backfield. So Cheatham rolls out to his right once again. Throw back to his left. This is going to be to Chambers. If he can break a tackle, he'll have enough for the first down and then some. Still going. Elijah Chambers rumbling down the sideline. Finally brought down at the 25-yard line. First down OBA. I said it last time. I am scanning the field. I don't see any flags. The officials are all heading up the field. So first down OBA. Nice throwback play to the tight end Elijah Chambers, and he rumbles down the field, breaking tackles and running away from people. Nice play there for the Trojans. Coaching staff pulled that one out of the hat. We haven't seen that play all year long. Pulled that out at an opportune moment. 2:20 to go in the first period. Trojans trying to seize momentum here as Southwest Covenant leads 6-0. Cheatham rolling to his right once again. Jump cut inside. Grabbed from behind and pulled down. Looks like that was number 21 on the tackle. That's Gavin Wright, a junior, with a tackle of Cheatham there. will be positive yardage, about a 3, maybe 4-yard gain. We'll say 2nd and 7 for the Trojans as the clock continues to wind here in the first quarter. Two receivers wide to the near side. Easton in the backfield with Cheatham. Cheatham's going to roll off to the short side of the field. Cuts it back inside, breaks the tackle, and then got room to run. Bulldogged from behind and brought down once again, but not before he gets a first down. Trace Brunk, yet another tackle for Southwest Covenant. Slings Cheatham to the ground, but not before he gets a first down inside the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal for the Trojans with 1:06 to go in the first period. So the Trojans looking to answer quickly here as Southwest Covenant jumped out to the early lead. 50 seconds left here in the first period. Cheatham in the backfield with Easton. He's going to roll out to his left, has blockers out in front, plants his foot, cuts it up inside. Touchdown OBA! Judd Cheatham, and the Trojans are on the board. And we're now tied at 6 apiece. So just under a minute to go, 39 seconds left to go here in the first period. And the Trojans tied up. This 2-point conversion will be looking to take the lead for the first time tonight. Cheatham takes the snap, rolls to his left, now cuts it up inside. He's going to get across the line. 2-point conversion is good. OBA takes the lead, 8-6 here in the first period. So a nice response there by the Trojans. Really the first time they've been trailing, and I can't even remember the last time. I'm going to guess it's the Sealing game, the last time they've trailed. And so I don't think the Trojans have trailed since maybe the 2nd or 3rd week of the season. And so great response for OBA after being down 6-0 to Southwest Covenant. It's always encouraging to see a team who is in a situation that they haven't been in or aren't normally in, and they respond to it. So nice job from the Trojans marching down and getting on the board in response to the Southwest Covenant touchdown. So the teams will take the field. A little bit of a breeze blowing now out of the north. So the Trojans will be kicking with the wind at their back here. So Eli Lichty set to kick off for the Trojans. And they'll tee it up at the 40-yard line, and we'll see the Trojans have had several different tactics on special teams. Sometimes onside, sometimes pooch, sometimes deep. This one will be kind of a deep kick to the sideline, looking for that gap, and it's going to squirt out of bounds. So we'll see what Southwest Covenant does here. With the flag, they'd have the ball at the 35, but several times this season when that's happened, for example, against Garber, they forced the Trojans to kick again from farther back and actually ended up with better field position. And it looks like that's what Southwest Covenant's going to do as the Trojans march back for a re-kick, and this one will be from the 35 instead of the 40. So Southwest Covenant trying to play the field position game. Smart tactic, especially on the road. Obviously you want to consume clock and have the field position advantage if you're Southwest Covenant. And really, they've had the time of possession advantage for sure. So Lichty will go again. A high kick this time, well in bounds, fielded right at the 30-yard line. And Williams is going to try and move forward. He's across the 30, carrying Trojans with him across the 40-yard line, down at about the 42-yard line of Southwest Covenant. So back come the Southwest Covenant offense, looking to have a response of their own. Nate Gerber at the helm. Steady diet of Zeke Williams out there and Trace Brunk. Hoover also a dangerous receiver for Southwest Covenant. 3 receivers, 1 running back in the formation. Williams goes in motion. So 4 receivers out in formation. Looking deep, all kinds of time. Now Crow's in pursuit, as is Beckman. Throws over the middle. Flags come in from all directions on that one.
Incomplete pass, flag on the play.
So Gerber, a nice job scrambling around the pocket, buying time, fires it over the middle. Nice arm strength there from Gerber. And Judd Cheatham is ruled to have made contact before the ball got there. And so that'll be an automatic first down for Southwest Covenant into OBA territory, and that'll be spotted at the 43-yard line. So first down Southwest Covenant at the 43-yard line. Different defensive look there from the Trojans, only rushing 2 and dropping into coverage, but Gerber was able to avoid detection for a long time. Swing pass out to the near side to Williams. Hofen there in coverage and immediately brings him down. So nice play there from Wyatt Hofen, shedding his block and getting onto the receiver immediately. So Williams. So it's going to be no gain. Swing pass. It was caught maybe 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and immediately Hofen was right there as the receiver fell forward. And that'll bring us to the end of the first period. Your OBA Trojans lead, but they're in a battle with the Southwest Covenant Patriots. OBA 8, Southwest Covenant 6. We'll be right back at OBATrojans.tv. Welcome back to Commitment Field on the campus of Oklahoma Bible Academy. Second round playoff action, OSSAA Class B. Southwest Covenant on offense here. It's going to be a handoff to Williams coming across to the near side. Turns it up inside and is brought down after a short gain. So that'll bring up third down and about 5. Eli Lichty on the tackle there for the Trojans. 3rd and 5 early here in the second period. So here comes Gerber and the Patriot offense. Williams in the backfield with Gerber. Brunk out here on the near side. You got to keep an eye out for him. There's a snap. That looked confusing. Flags everywhere. He's going to throw it deep for the end zone. Trojans there in coverage. That's brought in. No, he bobbled it incomplete. Ball falls incomplete. That was a really odd play. I think the center snapped the ball before anyone was ready, and no one moved for a beat. No signal here. Officiating crew talking. I didn't think anyone was offsides. Just no one moved. Still no signal. All right, now we've got a holding signal on Southwest Covenant. They're going to march that one back, so making it 3rd and 14 instead of 3rd and 4. Ball placed on the near hash mark. So 3rd and long, but Southwest Covenant has had some success throwing the ball, so we'll see what the Trojan defense dials up here. Brunk wide to the far side of the field. Got to keep an eye on him. Hoover in the slot. It's number 1, Lyndon Baymeyer here on the near side. Under pressure, he fires it deep down the sideline, and somebody's wide open out there. And that's number 2, Asher Hoover, once again with a big play. Hoover's only touched the ball twice, but both times it's been 3rd and long, and he's been the one who's pulled it in and bailed Southwest Covenant out. So I'm not sure how he got so open, but there was not a Trojan within 10 yards of him. The Trojans are really kind of lucky that the throw, he caught the ball on the sideline and kind of had to go out of bounds to catch it. And the Trojans are lucky because he could have run farther had the ball led him into the field of play instead of out of bounds. Williams in motion. He's going to hand it off to Williams. Trojans trying to stretch it out. Lots of contact there. And he's forced out of bounds. Going to be a short gain. Looks like, well, looks about a 5-yard gain. So 2nd and 5 for Southwest Covenant. 10:47 to go here in the second period. So here come the Patriots. Brunk far on the far side. Hoover out wide on the near side. Williams goes in motion. Quarterback keeper on the option. He finds a hole up the middle, and he's still going, still rumbling forward. No signal from the officials, so he's going to be short of the goal line, but that's going to be 1st and goal for Southwest Covenant. Nice play there from the quarterback, Nate Gerber. Southwest Covenant just running a read option there. Williams has a hole. He leaves the ball there, and if Gerber sees something at the middle, he pulls it out of Williams' stomach and heads up the middle, and that worked to perfection that time. Gerber was able to get about 12 yards. So 1st and goal for Southwest Covenant here early in the second period. Gerber back at quarterback, Williams right there with him. Gerber going to try and get around the edge, and he just waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown, Southwest Covenant. Number 3, the quarterback, Nate Gerber. So the junior quarterback doing a good job on that drive, making the right reads, making the right plays, and Southwest Covenant punches it in for another 6, and they take the lead back now from OBA, making it 12-8. So here comes Southwest Covenant. Brunk wide to the far side of the field. Gerber looking to throw, taking his time. A lot of pressure there. Ball broken up and intercepted there. Harrison Crow, as we stated earlier, he's going to get some spot minutes for OBA coming off of injury, but he steps in and picks that ball off. Nice play there from the senior, number 44, Harrison Crow, denying Southwest Covenant those 2 points. And the score is OBA 8, Southwest Covenant 12 with 10:01 to go here in the second period. As we stated earlier, several Trojans either on the injured list or just now coming off of the injured list. We've got 2 starters over here on the sideline wearing jeans in Caleb Mendoza and Corbin Burrell. And then one of our key subs, Ezra Reese, number 22, is over here on the bench wearing street clothes as well. So a lot of injuries. At one time we had those 3, as well as Harrison Crow was on the bench with injuries, and Wyatt Hofen was on the bench in a cast. And so the Trojans have persevered through a lot this season to have a 10-1 record. And so they're going to have to keep on persevering to get through this one. Southwest Covenant has come to play, and they lead your OBA Trojans 12-8 here in the second period. So twice Southwest Covenant has kicked off and gone onside, and twice the Trojans have narrowly escaped with the ball. And so we'll see what happens on this one, what adjustments the Trojan coaching staff has made for the special teams. Throughout most of the postseason, well, throughout the past several weeks, the OBA special teams have been a highlight of the team. It's been a little scary so far tonight. Another pooch kick, this one to the near side. This is going to be fielded by Liam Berry. He's going to turn it up inside, trying to gain some ground, gets it across the 40, and it'll be first down OBA at the 41-yard line. So Liam Berry scoops up that pooch kick, and about a 5-yard return there for the sophomore number 1, Liam Berry. Grady Edmondson with a tackle there for the Patriots, as the Trojans take the field for another offensive possession, looking to answer after the Patriots get on the board again. Cheatham up under center, 2 receivers to the near side, Easton in the backfield. Now Hofen goes in motion. They hand it to Wyatt Hofen going around the far edge. Easton with a spring block. Wyatt Hofen brings it back up the middle. Flag comes flying in really late. Hofen was on the ground when the flag came flying in. And it's going to be holding on the Trojans. So once again, Trojans are behind the chains. Correction, block in the back. So Trojans behind the chains now, 1st and 20. Oftentimes this season, this has been where the Trojans have done their best work, is when they're behind the chains. So we'll see if that holds true again here tonight. As I recall, the first time these two teams played, this happened several times, and the Trojans answered quickly. So Hofen comes in motion again. Cheatham takes the snap. He's going to roll out to the near side. He's got Easton out in front. He's going to squirt forward and is forced out of bounds after about a 6-7 yard gain. So second and about, it looks like about 15. So 5-yard gain. Big shout out to the OBA cheerleaders out there doing their thing tonight, led by seniors Carly Fournier and Sammy Stromer. OBA cheer squad does a lot for the program. Cheatham's going to roll out to the right, has blockers out in front, and it's going to be positive yardage. First down OBA across the 50, brought down at the 48-yard line is Judd Cheatham, brought down by Zeke Williams on the tackle. So first down Trojans. So once again, the Trojans start behind the chains and are able to overcome it to get the first down. Liam Berry wide to the near side of the field. Hofen on the far side comes in motion. Cheatham rolls out to his right and cuts it back up inside. Again, another Trojan first down. This is going to be about a 14-yard rumble for the senior number 10, Judd Cheatham. Trojans have found a little rhythm here with that misdirection game of sending Hofen in motion. And it's kind of like a read option. Cheatham has the option, I think, to give it to Wyatt Hofen. He keeps it himself and scrambles for another Trojan first down. The ball sitting right on the 35-yard line. 8:28 to go in the second period. Cheatham takes the snap. He's going to roll to the near side this time. All kinds of room. Nice blocking there from Hofen, and Cheatham's forced out of bounds just inside the 25. And they're going to move the chains. First down, OBA. So nice response so far from the OBA offense. Clock sitting at 8 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the first half as the Trojans are on the march. Hofen on the near side, Easton in the backfield. Hofen goes in motion. Fakes the handoff to Hofen. Cheatham keeps it. Bounces off a tackle and is able to squirt forward for maybe a yard. Short gain there for the Trojans. Nice play defensively there from Lyndon Baymeyer of the Patriots. So nice job from Judge Cheatham taking what probably would have been a loss and turning it into maybe a half-yard gain there. Hofen in motion again. They fake the handoff. Cheatham's rolling out, looking to throw. He's got Chambers open, slightly underthrown. Chambers tried to come back to it, and his feet just slipped right out from under him, and he went down. Elijah Chambers was wide open, but when he planted his foot to come back to the ball, the ground just gave way underneath his cleats, and down he went. He could not get back to the ball, and it falls incomplete. So 3rd and 10 for the Trojans, 7:29 to go here in the first half. The play worked, it just executed just a little bit off. So 3rd and 10, I would imagine this is 4-down territory for the Trojans. So deep in Southwest Covenant territory. Cheatham takes the low snap, gets around to the outside. It's going to be positive yardage, about a 5-yard gain. Nice chunk of the 10, so that'll bring up 4th and about 5. Fourth and 5, right on the 20. Got to get to about the 15. Really just inside the, just inside the 15. Had to check myself, wasn't sure of the yard markings. Great job by the OBA volunteer paint crew last night. The field looks amazing. The grasses has gone into hibernation for the year, so to speak. So it's kind of a soft brown grass, and so the Trojans go with the black stripes on the field, and it just looks sharp. Lovely OBA logo in the middle of the field. And we're going to have a timeout by the Trojans with 6:43 to go here in the first period. Coach Chris Kayott and the Trojan coaching staff wants to draw up the perfect play here to get this 5.5 yards for a first down. Southwest Covenant is proving more than game here tonight. As I stated at the top of the stream, that even though these two teams played way back in the first week in September, they are two completely different teams coming into the playoffs now. Southwest Covenant gained a lot of valuable experience throughout the year. They have a bunch of juniors and sophomores on the field, and those guys have a full season of varsity action under their belt, and Southwest Covenant is looking strong here in the second round of the playoffs. So the Trojans have their work cut out for them tonight here at Commitment Field. So Coach Kayott and the Trojans huddling on the sideline, pulling up the perfect play to get this first down and maybe then some. And so here come the Trojans. Beckman, Crow, and Crow on the offensive line. Elijah Chambers at tight end. Got Barry and Hofen on the near side. Easton on the far side on the slot. Cheatham takes the snap. It's a little bit low. He's rolling out to his right, looking to throw it over the middle. A flag comes flying in late, and that's in the defensive backfield. We might have had a hold there. Ian Easton was running a route and trying to get upfield. So there might have been a hold there in the defensive backfield, judging from where the flag came in. And they're marching it Trojans' favor. Pass interference is the call, so that'll be first down OBA. So that'll be the first penalty on Southwest Covenant of the night, and the ball sits right on the 10-yard line. So first and goal for the Trojans with 6:37 to go here in the second quarter. Ian Burnett coming in for Liam Berry here, so an extra lineman here for the Trojans. Wyatt Hofen wide to the far side. Ian Easton in the backfield with Judd Cheatham. Hofen comes in motion. Cheatham's going to roll it out to the near side. Hofen with a lead block. Cheatham squirts through the hole, grinding for the end zone. Doesn't quite get there. Brought down at the 1 yard line, just outside the pylon. Didn't quite get there, but nice run there for the Trojans on first down. That makes it 2nd and goal from the 1. Nice blocking out front from Easton and Hofen. Cheatham squirting through the smallest of gaps there to gain 9 yards, bringing up 2nd and 1 for the Trojans. 6:12 to go here in the second period. Tight formation here for the Trojans. I would expect this to be either Easton or Cheatham. Cheatham's just going to keep it himself. Dives over the pile. Touchdown OBA. Judd Cheatham's into the end zone, and the Trojans are back on the scoreboard, taking the lead back here in the second quarter. So that'll make the score OBA 14, Southwest Covenant 12, as the Trojans tack on 6 more, and they'll line up for the 2-point conversion. So a back and forth battle here in the first half between OBA and Southwest Covenant. So here come the Trojans. Lots of linemen in there for OBA. This one, Cheatham's going to take it around the far edge. Breaks through an arm tackle. Flag comes flying in late, so this one will come back. That's going to be a hold on the end of the line. I'm not sure if that was Ian Burnett or Nick Beckman. I'm not sure who they got there, but that was into the line. The official was looking right at them and threw it right in that vicinity. So that one will be coming back, and we'll be doing it again for 2 points. So they'll run the 2-point conversion from the 12-yard line instead of the 2. Makes it a lot harder to get 2 points, that's for sure. That 10 yards makes a huge difference. So another mental mistake for the Trojans. So we'll see what they have in the playbook here for a 12-yard 2-point conversion. Wyatt Hofen wide to the left. Everybody else tight in the formation. Hofen comes in motion. Cheatham's going to fake the handoff to Hofen, now roll off to his right, looking to throw. And again, the turf slips out from underneath him, and down he goes. So the 2-point conversion is no good for your OBA Trojans, but they have the lead back. It's OBA 14, Southwest Covenant 12. Here with 5:54 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break and be right back at OBATrojans.tv. Welcome back to Oklahoma Bible Academy second round playoff action, taking on Southwest Covenant here in Class B playoffs. OBA leads 14-12 as they line up to kick. Eli Lichty set to kick off for the Trojans. He'll send this one deep down the middle. It's going to be fielded about the 11-yard line, and off we go. Looking for a hole. McGuire Arnold first to make contact and brings him down at about the 31-yard line. So nice return there for Southwest Covenant. Wayheimer on the return there. So the Southwest Covenant offense takes the field. 5:47 to go here in the first half. Let's see if they can answer the Trojan drive with one of their own. The Trojan defense looking to make a stop and hopefully tack some more points on before the end of the half. As when the second half commences, Southwest Covenant will have the ball. Beheimer wide to the near side. Gerber in the backfield with Williams. So Gerber takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Williams, rolls out to his left. He's looking deep. He's got a man, too. He's behind the defense, but Hofen catches up and makes contact with the ball. It falls incomplete. Wyatt Hofen in coverage. Hofen was beat, but he stepped on the afterburners, was able to catch up and get a hand on the ball. At one point, he was just running in desperation with his arms up. And then the pass hit his arm, and so falls incomplete. 5:39 to go. 2nd and 10 for Southwest Covenant. So that'll stop the clock on the incompletion. Again, nice throw there from Gerber. He's got a nice arm. The Trojans have to be aware of that. And that ball skips in short. That's going to be incomplete. The ball skipped about 2 yards in front of the receiver, but he, with a little animation, complained to the official. But the official was having none of it, and now make it 3rd and 10. The ball pretty clearly fell in front of the receiver, and he caught it on the bounce, but for whatever reason, he protested vehemently. So wide formation here for Southwest Covenant. 3 receivers, 1 running back in the backfield is Williams. Fake the handoff to Williams. He pulls it. Pressure applied by Lichty and Crow. He's going to try and scramble around the end, and Ian Easton makes the tackle, and that'll bring up 4th down. So great job by Eli Lichty applying the pressure, and then he's joined in by Jackson Crow, forces the quarterback to scramble, and Gerber doesn't get very far before he meets up with the senior, Ian Easton, after about a 2-yard gain. So that'll make it 4th and about 7.5, almost 8. And it looks like the punt team's in there. Williams, the punter. Also the running backs. You always have to be aware of who's out there. He could tuck it in and run if you see something. So that kick is away, and it's fielded by Cheatham. He makes the first man miss. He's heading for the far sideline, across the 40, across the 50, into territory. Bounces to the right side. He could be gone. Judd Cheatham on the move. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, OBA. There is a flag on the play. So it looks like the spot of the foul was about the Southwest Covenant 49. Now they're going to march it off, and so OBA will start in their own territory. Yet another completely unnecessary penalty for the Trojans. Judd Cheatham was gone, and for some reason we hit somebody in the back. It's the story of the season for this OBA team. Unnecessary penalties. They've got to show more discipline as they advance in the playoffs. So 5:10 to go here in the second period. The Trojan offense on the field instead of the special teams. Kicking it, going for 2. It's the offense. So here goes Hofen in motion. Cheatham fakes the handoff to Hofen, gives it to Easton. Big collision, and the ball's loose. Big collision there for Ian Easton. Judd Cheatham's able to fall on it. It's going to be a loss of 2. 4:55 to go here in the second period. So dramatic turn of events for the Trojans. What looked like a touchdown, what looks like an opportunity to celebrate, turns into a penalty, and that turns into a fumble. So the Trojans need to regroup here with 4:36 to go in the half. Cheatham takes the snap, going to roll out to the near side. Finds a little bit of a gap, bounces it to the far side of the field, now back up the middle, and he's brought down after about a 6-yard gain, making it 3rd and 5 for the Trojans. So we'll see what the Trojan coaching staff comes up with just over 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Trojans would love to add to this 2-point lead going into halftime, especially since Southwest Covenant will have the ball first to start the second half. Hofen comes in motion. Cheatham keeps it himself, goes right up the middle, squirts around, finds a hole, dancing around, still on his feet, finally brought down at the 45-yard line. First down, OBA. So first down, OBA in Southwest Covenant territory as the clock ticks with 3:44 to go in the half. Perfect scenario for OBA would be to march down and score with little or no time left on the clock and keep the ball away from Southwest Covenant before halftime. And even adding to that perfect situation would be to come out of halftime and make a stop defensively. Hofen goes in motion. Cheatham fakes the handoff to Hofen, gives it to Ian Easton. He comes around the near side and has the edge. Great blocking out here from Crow. And Easton heading down the field, 15-10. Stumbles forward, brought down at the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Trojans. Great blocking downfield. That's number 50, Jackson Crow, the senior. Great block there. Just kept driving his man downfield, kept driving like a freight train. And now a flag comes in way after the play. Way after the play. Both teams are in their huddle and the flag comes flying in. Unsportsmanlike conduct, Southwest Covenant. So someone was frustrated and said something because both teams were in the huddle. And the side judge who spotted the play throws a flag in. So someone was yelling something. That's going to march the Trojans even closer to the 5-yard line. First and goal, Trojans at the 5, 3:17 to go. Great run by Ian Easton. Great blocking from Harrison Crow. I cannot say that enough. Number 50 just steamrolling down the field. I'm sorry, Jackson Crow, number 50, steamrolling down the field. I think I said Harrison. But Jackson Crow doing yeoman's work there. He rode his offensive lineman 20 yards downfield. It was something to see. So first and goal for the Trojans. Cheatham under center. He's going to roll out to the far side. He's following Ian Easton. Cuts it inside. And a flag comes in, so that one's going to come back.
Cheatham on the carry. Flag on the play.
So once again, the play goes to the right. The flag comes flying in on the left side, so nowhere near the play. Just no discipline there for the Trojans. You've got to know when to disengage, and even at this late point in the season, the Trojans haven't learned that lesson, so they're going to march 10 yards off. So instead of being first and goal at the 5, it's first and goal at the 15. At some point, the Trojans have to learn this lesson. If they want to march deep into the playoffs, they've got to learn this lesson and stop giving away these yards because it's happening continuously. It's been a theme throughout the season. I'd be curious to see the stats for Judge Cheatham, the yards he's been credited with versus the yards he should have had these penalties not happened. I think he'd probably have 600 or 700 more all-purpose yards if we didn't have all these penalties. So two receivers far side of the field, Easton in the backfield. Cheatham's going to roll to the near side, cuts it inside. Contact made, and he gets inside the 10, so about a 6-yard gain at the 9-yard line. Second and goal at the 9. We've got a man down on the field for Southwest Covenant. Judge Cheatham is a stout young man. If you're going to get in front of him, you've got to be ready for contact. That's for sure. Number 21, Gavin Wright, the junior defensive lineman for Southwest Covenant, is the one who's down. He's now up on his feet, so that's good to see. I'm wondering if he just had the breath knocked out of him because Cheatham's helmet hit him just right in the sternum and knocked him backwards, and so it might just be a situation where he's got to catch his breath. Hopefully he'll be back for the Patriots. So second and goal, now from the 9-yard line. 2:40 to go in the first half. Liam Berry and Wyatt Hofen wide to the near side of the field. Ian Easton in the backfield. Cheatham rolls out to his right, has Easton out in front. Lots of Patriots there. Ball came out, but it was after the play. So there's going to be no gain there. Might even be a small loss. Brings up 3rd and goal from the 9. So that misdirection there didn't fool anybody for Southwest Covenant, despite the fact that Hofen was coming this direction and Barry and the receiving corps was over here on this side of the field. They did not buy that formation, and they were all over Judd Cheatham from the get-go. So 3rd and 9. Trojans have to score. No first downs available to them, so they've got to punch this one in. And now we were going to have a timeout. And the Trojans use their final timeout of the half with 1:39 to go with 3rd and 9 inside the Southwest Covenant 10-yard line. Once again, big shout out to our OBA corporate sponsors. Athletics at OBA are not budgeted into tuition or the cost of going to school at OBA. Athletics are 100% funded by our corporate sponsors, our good friends at Jansen GMC, sponsoring this live stream. Luckenbill, Heat and Air here in Enid, a great sponsor for the OBA athletics program. Atwoods does their part to help OBA out, as does No Man's Land Beef Jerky, and many, many more sponsors. So thank you to our corporate sponsors, making things like OBA playoff football possible. Coming up during the holiday break, your OBA Lady Trojans basketball team, coming off a state tournament appearance last year, will continue their preseason scrimmage schedule. They'll have a scrimmage here at OBA Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. before they head off for Thanksgiving festivities. So if you're around on Tuesday, you're welcome to come out and take in some Lady Trojans basketballs Tuesday morning. So here come the Trojans, Cheatham under center, Hofen coming in motion. Cheatham's going to hand it off to Easton up the middle, grinding forward, and he's going to get to about the 5-yard line, maybe the 4. Definite 4-down territory for the Trojans, as they'll use 2 plays to try and get this 9 yards. So Ian Easton gets it up inside the 5-yard line. Looks like they spotted it at about the 3. So the Trojans need 3 yards here. Big play here with 1:15 to go in the first half. Big play defensively for the Patriots. Big play offensively for OBA. So Hofen comes wide to the near side of the field. Easton in the backfield with Cheatham. Cheatham's going to keep this one. He's going to follow Easton right up the middle, pounding for the end zone. Touchdown, OBA! He gets in. Following the lead block from the senior Ian Easton, fellow senior Judd Cheatham punches it in, and the Trojans add on to their lead, making it 20-12 just before halftime. Less than a minute to go in the first half. So the Trojans will line up looking to get a 2-point conversion. They've actually come up short on both of their previous 2-point conversions. So they'll look to punch this one in and add to the score. So Cheatham in the shotgun formation. He's going to roll to the right. He's got blockers out front. No signal. 2-point conversion is good for the Trojans, making it 22-12 with under a minute to go until halftime. That's a big drive for the Trojans as they get on the board, make their lead 10 as we go into halftime. Really important because as we come out of halftime, Southwest Covenant will have possession of the ball. And so the Trojans needed to get those points on the board just as kind of a safety net heading into the second half. That was a big drive from OBA. Again, overcoming penalties, kind of, as I've said before, their theme for the season is overcoming penalties, and they've done a good job of that once again here in this drive. And looking at the playoff bracket from our friends at the OSSAA, the winner of this game, OBA Southwest Covenant, will take on the winner of Dewar and Regent Prep, which is going on right now on the other side of the state. Both teams ranked highly. As the Trojans come out looking to make a stop here to end the first half. Eli Lichty tees the ball up. Right now the score in the second quarter is Regent Prep 37, Dewar 34. So a lot of offense going on over there. Regent Prep coming in at 9-1, Dewar coming in at 13-0-1. Lichty kicks this one deep and it's fielded at the 25. A lot of traffic there. Looks like number 11 on the return for Southwest Covenant. Number 11 is Brody Kufal. McGuire Arnold with the stop for the Trojans as the defense will look to stand firm here with 51 seconds to go. Much like the Trojans of old against the Spartans, these Trojans need to make a stop here. Man over the middle is wide open as Williams. He's going to have a first down into Trojan territory, and he goes down at the 49 voluntarily to stop the clock and move the chains. 43 seconds to go. Way too much cushion there from the Trojan defense. Williams was by himself in the center of the field and gained about 25 yards. So Nate Gerber back to pass again. Fires it out and deflected Ian Easton in coverage there. One more step and that would have been within range of an interception, but Ian Easton sprawls out, maybe gets a fingertip on it and knocks it away. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 at the 49, 30 seconds to go in the half. Barry, Hofen, and Cheatham, all three playing deep for the Trojan defense. Linebackers, Lichty and Easton, a little bit deeper than they would usually be, and then the defensive line going to try and get in there and hurry Gerber as much as they can. So here comes the play. Gerber back to pass. He's looking for a little outlet pass there and trying to get to the sideline, and he does, out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock. That's Hoover. About an 8-yard gain there. So 24 seconds, 6 seconds tick off the clock during that play, making it 3rd and about 2. So always an interesting decision here, in my opinion. 3rd and 2, do they get the first down with 24 seconds left, or you keep trying to get downfield? 3 receivers to the near side, Gerber in the backfield by himself. So Gerber's going to keep it and just run right up the middle. He's going to get the first down and then slide down. That'll stop the clock while they move the chains, but 18 seconds left in the half. So they move the chains. The clock will start as soon as the official winds it, but now Southwest Covenant takes their first time out of the half. And wisely so, 18 seconds to go. So the Trojan defense seemingly conceding the shorter patterns, but so far Southwest Covenant's been able to move the ball down the field utilizing that space and still have some time left on the clock here before halftime. Other scores in the Class B playoffs, I just mentioned Regent Prep is leading Dewar 37-34. That's in the second quarter, not quite halftime there. Waletka is leading Weber's Falls at halftime 30-12. Laverne and O'Keene locked in a battle at halftime. It's 24-20. O'Keene leads number 3 Laverne in that one. Again, Regent Prep and Dewar 37-34. Regent Prep is leading in that one. Garber, Velma Alma in the second quarter. Velma Alma leading 30-20. Keota is leading Yale 22-16. And then Caddo is trailing number 4 Drumright 30-20. Top-ranked Sealing is leading Turpin 26-0. That's at halftime. So a lot of scores in the second quarter or at halftime. We'll be at halftime here in about 18 seconds as the Patriots come to the line. Gerber in the backfield, looking to pass. 3 receivers deep in the route. No one's open, so Gerber's going to keep it, head up the sideline, and he's going to gain about 8 yards and step out of bounds with 11 seconds to go. Nice management there from the junior quarterback, number 3, Nate Gerber. Nothing there. He doesn't wait and try and force it, realizing the clock's ticking, so he gets what he can get and then steps out of bounds to stop the clock. And with his arm, he's well within range of the end zone now. He can throw it to the end zone from 28 yards out pretty easily. You're going to have to keep an eye on Trace Brunk and Asher Hoover. They're the 2 receiving threats that we've seen so far for Southwest Covenant. Zeke Williams has been the threat out of the backfield, and he is in the formation as a receiver as Gerber is back to pass. Rush there. He's going to throw it down the sideline. Hofen there in coverage just tries to swat the ball away, but both he and the receiver missed the ball. Lyndon Beimer in the is the intended receiver, number 1. Lyndon, I'm going to say Beimer, perhaps, or Beheimer. Please forgive me, Southwest Covenant friends, if I'm mispronouncing that. BehYmer. So 5 seconds to go. So this may be the last play of the half. We'll see. Trojans in a prevent, but Elijah Chambers comes blitzing in. He's going to hurry Gerber. Gerber has to roll out to the right. He flings it across the middle, and it is going to be completed. This will be the last play of the half, and he's brought down. So no points here for Southwest Covenant. Williams on the reception. Nice job, Elijah Chambers, running in from his defensive end position, forcing Gerber to throw before he wanted to. And although it was completed, nowhere near the end zone. Making your score, OBA 22, Southwest Covenant 12, heading into halftime. What a first half, folks. We're in for a showdown here in the second half in this 10-point game. Lots of our Class B playoff games are in halftime at this point right now, and so we'll take a break here, and we'll see you for the second half here at OBATrojans.tv. Welcome back to OBATrojans.tv. Time for second half action. Here your OBA Trojans lead the Southwest Covenant Patriots 22-12 in second round playoff actions. Before the game started, Southwest Covenant won the opening toss and elected to defer, and so they are taking the ball to start the second half. Williams deep to receive for the Patriots. Eli Lichty set to kick off on a pooch kick. It's going to be fielded by the up man on the run. Andrew Campbell in pursuit makes the stop at the 38-yard line, so nice job there by AC. Sprinting in there, reading the play, and making the tackle. Brody Kufal with the return. So on come the Trojans defense. Southwest Covenant looking to get on the board to start the second half. Trojans would love to get a stop on this drive and extend this lead, give themselves a little bit more breathing room than 10 points. So here comes Gerber and the Patriots. Williams in motion. Wheel route for Williams, looking deep, and they're looking for Williams deep. Liam Berry in coverage. Knocks the ball away. Pass falls incomplete. Knocked down by number 1, the sophomore, Liam Berry. Wheel route there for Williams coming out of the backfield, just turning it up the sideline, and they threw it deep, trying to start off with a big play. And the Trojans sniffed it out early. Nice play there from Liam Berry. 2nd and 10 for Southwest Covenant. So we'll see what adjustments the Trojan coaching staff has coming out of halftime. Williams coming in motion again, this time staying out here in the flat, not running the wheel route. Now breaks it off over the middle. Thrown over the middle. Cheatham comes flying in and breaks the play up. Pass falls incomplete. Intended for Hoover. Trojans defense looking to have a little extra sense of energy here to start the second half. So 2 incompletions, so we've only lost about 19 seconds here in the second half so far. So this time Williams will be wide to the near side, not in the backfield. Going to be a pass again for Nick Beckman in pressure there, going deep. And just now signaling complete. Now they're bringing it back. He looked like he was well out of bounds when he made the catch. Trace Brunk was the intended receiver, but the pass took him out of bounds. Seemed to be confusion. The side judge up the field was signaling out of bounds, and the back judge was signaling completion. Side judge wins out, bringing up 4th and 10. So 3 straight incompletions. We'll have a 3 and out here for the Patriots. Judd Cheatham deep to receive for the Trojans. 1 punt return for a touchdown was, and that'll be a running into the kicker. So it's a 5-yard penalty, so it's still 4th down. Let's see if this changes Southwest Covenant's strategy here. Do they go for it on 4th and 5, which would be a huge turnaround? Or are they going to kick it away? So running in the kicker, not roughing the kicker. Difference there. And we'll have a re-kick, it looks like. And he is going to kick it. Line drive kick. Cheatham's going to run over and try and field it. And it takes a Southwest Covenant bounce and goes out of bounds. Deep in OBA territory. Looks like about the 14-yard line is where they're going to start that. So a costly penalty there to the difference of about 30 yards, because the Trojans would have had the ball at about the 40, and now they've got it down inside the 20. 11:14 to go here in the third period. The Trojans take over their first possession of the second half, but they start deep in their own territory at about the 15-yard line, it looks like. Easton right up the middle with the keeper. Or with the fullback handoff, sorry. Pounds it up the middle for about 6 or 7 yards. About a 6-yard gain, making it 2nd and 4 for OBA. So just some straight-ahead, old-fashioned football for the Trojans. Nick Beckman, Harrison Crow, Jackson Crow blasting a hole, and Ian Easton grinding forward for about 6 yards. 2nd and 4. We've got a stoppage on the field. The officials are stopping play. And they start play, so I'm not sure what they saw, but it's taken care of. Hofen comes in motion. Cheatham's going to keep it around the far edge. Finds a hole, cuts it up the middle, back to the center of the field, dragging Patriots along the way. Brought down at the 34-yard line. First down, OBA. Judd Cheatham with the carry. Taking 3 or 4 Southwest Covenant Patriots with him. So far here in the third quarter, the Trojans look to be the team that's come out with more energy and a little more drive coming out of halftime. 10:20 to go in the third period. So nice energy from the OBA Trojans to start the second half. 10-point lead, and the Trojans are looking to add to that. Here comes OBA. Cheatham up under center, Easton in the backfield. Hofen in motion again. Cheatham's going to take it to the right side, bounces it to the outside, now makes a cut. Going to gain about 2 yards there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Maybe 7. So generous spot there from the officiating crew, and making it 2nd and 7. So here comes Cheatham in the Trojan offense. Hofen wide to the near side of the field. Going in motion across the formation. Fakes the handoff to Hofen, gives it to Easton. Easton bounces it to the outside. He's going to have a first down and then some. Stiff arm a man down across the 50 to about the 46-yard line. First down OBA. Ian Easton with the carry. A lot of crossing movement now in the OBA offense. Hofen going right, Easton coming left. So a lot of counter movement going on with the OBA offense. Seems to be moving the ball well for the Trojans. $8:50 to go here in the third quarter. Here comes the Trojan offense up to the line. Crow, Beckman, and Chambers on the line for OBA. Cheatham keeps it and rolls to the right. Bounces forward, another short gain for OBA. About a 3-yard run for Judd Cheatham. 2nd and 7 for OBA. Nice, steady, deliberate drive here from the Trojans to start the second half.
3-yard gain brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Sure good to see number 44 Harrison Crow back out there for the Trojans after missing most of the season with a knee injury. Snap to Cheatham. He's coming to the near side, one-on-one. Makes a man miss. Jump cut. Makes another man miss. He's exploded up the sideline. Another cut back trying to get to the inside and down at the 9-yard line. First down, Trojans. I've noticed a lot of kind of head tackling from Southwest Covenant. Looks more like a kind of a pro wrestling move than a football form tackle. There's been multiple of those trying to grab Judd Cheatham just by anything they can get a hold of, and so they just kind of bear hug his head and drag him down that way. It's an unorthodox look. I don't think it's illegal or anything. It just looks odd. So first down and goal for the Trojans, just inside the 10-yard line. The heel of the ball is touching the 10, so 10 yards to go for Trojan touchdown here. Cheatham hands it off to Easton up the middle. He's going to gain about 2, maybe 3 yards on first down.
Ian Easton on the carry. Making the stop for the Patriots.
Ball's spotted about the 7-yard line.
Brings up a second down and goal from the 8-yard
So second and goal for the Trojans. Clock continues to roll. 6:50 to go here in the third period. Got Leonberry wide to the near side. Hofen on the far side comes in motion. They fake the handoff to Hofen. Cheatham bounces it outside, then right up the middle, grinding for the goal line. Touchdown OBA! Judd Cheatham into the end zone. Another 6 points for the Trojans, cushioning their 10-point lead up to 16, making it 28-12. So you couldn't ask for a better start to the second half for the Trojans. They get a 3-and-out defensively and then immediately come down and score. Great start to the second half for OBA. So here come the Trojans looking for a 2-point conversion, trying to make it 30. Cheatham going to go right up the middle, immediately makes contact, got a hold of his T-shirt there, his undershirt, and is unable to get away from the grasp. That shirt was barely hanging out from underneath Judd Cheatham's jersey, and now it's hanging down to about his knees as it's been stretched out and torn. But the damage is done. The Trojans have added 6 points, making it 28-12 here with 6:33 to go here in the third period. We'll take a break here. OBATrojans.tv. Welcome back to Commitment Field, the campus of Oklahoma Bible Academy, Enid, Oklahoma. Second round playoff action between Oklahoma Bible Academy and Southwest Covenant. Eli Lichty set to kick off. Pooch kick. Kufal with the reception at the 25, across the 30, across the 35, out to the 40, where he finally meets resistance at the 41 and brought down. We got a Patriot down on the field. That's Hoover. He's made some big plays for the Patriots tonight. Never a good thing to see a young man down on the field. Near the end of the play, you could kind of see Hoover already on the ground. I didn't see what happened, but I saw OBA player Andrew Campbell standing next to him, kind of leaning down as if to be checking on him. Coaching staff working on that lower right leg, it looks like. They're going to get him up here. That's good to see. Gingerly making his way towards the sideline. So good to see him back on his feet. That's That's always good news. Hopefully we can see him back out on the field before this thing's over, as Southwest Covenant leans on him for a lot of receiving action. The junior number 2, Asher Hoover. So the Trojan defense back on the field here. 6:27 to go in the third period. Here come the Patriots, led by quarterback Nate Gerber. Running back Zeke Williams carrying a lot of the load here for the Patriots. Williams goes in motion. Gerber's going to hand that off to him, trying to get around the far edge. He finds a hole and slides forward. It's going to be about a seven-yard gain there for Williams before being brought down. By Harrison Crow with the tackle for the Trojans. So 2nd and 4. Always got to keep an eye out here on the near side. Trace Brunk at wide receiver has made several big plays. Williams comes in motion and takes the handoff, cuts it back at the middle. He's moving forward and is stopped there. But that's going to be enough for a first down for the Patriots. Again, Harrison Crow with the stop. Judd Cheatham joins in. But that's going to be a first down at about the 47-yard line for Southwest Covenant. Williams in motion again. Quarterback keeper this time. Jackson Crow forces Gerber out of bounds after about a 5-yard gain there on the quarterback keeper. So 2nd and 5 for Southwest Covenant. So Jackson and Harrison Crow making their presence known here on this drive, but Southwest Covenant continue to march the ball forward under the leadership of Nate Gerber and Zeke Williams. It's been all Gerber and Williams this drive. No one else has touched the ball. Gerber looking to throw. And just when I say no one else has touched the ball, they throw it out there to number 2, Trace Brunk. Flags come in everywhere after the play. Wyatt Hofen on the tackle, and looked like the play was over, and Brunk took umbrage to the play, it looked like, and shoved Wyatt Hofen. So I would imagine this would be on Southwest Covenant. I didn't see anything the Trojans did, but I miss things all the time, so who knows. The officials conferring there. Long talk there. And now we're going personal foul on the Trojans. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Southwest Covenant, offsetting penalties.
We're going to have offsetting penalties on the play.
So first down, Southwest Covenant. No real explanation what the personal foul was. It just said personal foul. So Gerber back to pass. Deep drop. Looking out over the middle. Nice catch there from Williams. It's going to be first down, Southwest Covenant at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for the Patriots. So nice catch there from the senior Zeke Williams. Puts the Patriots in scoring position at the 10-yard line. Nate Gerber, a good-looking young quarterback for the Patriots, slinging the ball all over the yard here in the 2nd round of the playoffs. Brunk wide, one-on-one coverage out there with Wyatt Hofen on the far side of the field. Comes across the middle. And it's caught. Touchdown, Southwest Covenant.
Pass complete to number 22, Brunk, for a Patriot touchdown.
So Brunk with the crossing route. Hofen kind of jumps the route, and it's not till too late that he realizes he's jumped too far, and the throw's behind him. But Brunk makes the adjustment. It's almost like a back shoulder catch. Brunk makes the adjustment. Touchdown Southwest Covenant as they look to go for 2 here. So Gerber's going to keep that one and just stroll into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. So Southwest Covenant tacks on 8, making it 28-20 here in the third quarter. There's 4:38 to go in the quarter. And this is a back and forth affair. Both teams going at each other, neither backing down in this duel. So it'll be the Trojans' turn when we come back here at OBATrojans.tv. No, not at all. Welcome back, OBATrojans.tv. Southwest Covenant kickoff goes out of bounds, so let's see what Coach Kayot and the coaching staff decides. Do they want to take it to the 35? Or are they going to make them re-kick? Discussion going on over here on the sideline about the spot of the ball. Looks like the ball went out at the 40-yard line, so the Trojans are going to take it where it went out of bounds instead of taking the penalty. And so the Trojans, with their second drive of the second half, an 8-point lead, 28-20, with 4:38 to go in the third period. So here comes Cheatham in the offense. Easton in motion. Handoff to Ian Easton. Tripped up in the backfield and brought down for a loss. Defensive penetration there from the Southwest Covenant D-line, and they got in there and got an arm on Ian Easton just as he was getting the ball, and so it's going to be a tackle for loss. 2nd and 13. Easton around the near side, almost chopped down, but keeps his balance, keeps moving forward. Nice run there from Ian Easton, gains the yardage back, and it'll be 3rd and about 2, maybe 3. So nice run there from the senior number 12, Ian Easton. Zeke Williams makes the tackle for Southwest Covenant. So Trojans get those yards back and then some, making it 3rd and 3, 3rd and short. Liam Berry wide to the far side of the field. Easton comes in motion. Cheatham tries to get up and then cuts it just up into the middle. The ball's loose. Still loose. Southwest Covenant recovers. So that's the first turnover of the game. So Southwest Covenant recovers at the 48-yard line, just inside OBA territory. Cheatham fighting for extra yardage. OBA having to go with kind of a different personnel package there, with Wyatt Hofen over here on the bench being tended to after the touchdown play. He came off injured. Williams in motion. Handoff to Williams. And he's bulldogged in the backfield by Elijah Chambers. No gain. And probably a 1-yard loss there. Looks like they're going to mark that at the 50, so short loss there. Tried to get around the edge on the far end of the field, and Chambers jumps up from his defensive end position and bulldogs Williams to the ground. So nice play there from the senior Elijah Chambers. 2:35 to go here in the third quarter, as the Trojans are locked in a battle with the Patriots from Southwest Covenant. Baymeyer wide to the far side. Brunk on the near side. Back to pass. He's going deep. He's going for it all there. Liam Berry in coverage and deflects the ball away. Falls incomplete. Third and 11 now for Southwest Covenant. Southwest Covenant multiple times has tried to do that deep strike, and they've completed it a few times. To Trace Brunk and Asher Hoover. Hoover back in there after being injured earlier. Does have a slight limp going on, so we'll see if they utilize him out of that tight end position. Williams in the slot. We got to watch for number 0. Chambers pursues quickly. It's going to be a pass. Liam Berry picked that ball off. Liam Berry caught that ball, diving over the back of Brunk. Intercepts the ball. Amazing play from the sophomore, number 1, Liam Berry. Brunk just doing a quick stop route, went 10 yards and slammed on the brakes, was coming back to the ball, and Berry just dives over his shoulder, gets his hands in, doesn't even get his body in there. That was all hands. Gets his hands in there, pulls it in for the interception. Great play to shift momentum for the Trojans. 2:10 to go here in the third quarter. Defensive play of the game so far by the sophomore, number 1, Liam Berry. Hofen back in there. That's good to see. Handoff to Easton up the middle. Grinding forward. Still grinding. Brought down at the 45-yard line. And they mark it at the 44. So 2nd and 7 for the Trojans. Clock ticking with 1:45 to go in the third period. Coach Chris Kayott shuttles in the play to Judd Cheatham. Steady diet of Harrison Crow in there tonight. Cheatham fakes the handoff, now brings it to the near side, and Southwest Covenant is not fooled. That's going to be no gain for the Trojans. After missing big chunk of the season, Harrison Crow back in there playing extended minutes at center while he was gone. Senior Thomas Campbell spent some time at center before he was injured, and he's still out. And then freshman Jacoby Justice did a good job spelling Crow at center as well, and Jacoby's seen his fair share of snaps tonight, giving Crow breaks when needed. So that'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Trojans after that no-gain play. Easton goes in motion to the far side of the field. Cheatham back to pass. He looks to swing it out to Easton, then just takes off running. He's got a wide open lane. It's going to be a first down and then some. Cheatham cuts it inside, now going across the grain. He's at the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Judd Cheatham. What a scramble from the senior, number 10, Judd Cheatham. No flags on the play. The Trojans are back on the board. Judd Cheatham making it happen. That play was delicious for the Trojans. Vintage Cheatham right there as he dropped back to pass, just saw an open lane and just drove straight through it. 28 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, and the Trojans strike quickly this time. Interception from Liam Berry. Big run from Judd Cheatham, and the Trojans are back on the board, going for two here. Cheatham's going to roll to the right now, cuts it back in the middle, dives forward. Two-point conversion is good. The Trojans tack on two more, making it 36-20. Outstanding turn of events here for the Trojans. After the fumble, you could almost feel the stadium deflate a little bit. But then Liam Berry comes up with the interception. Great play from the sophomore, shifting momentum, and the Trojans strike quickly in the form of Judd Cheatham doing what Judd Cheatham does, seeing daylight and running to it. That makes your score OBA 36, Southwest Covenant 20, giving the Trojans a little bit of breathing room after Southwest Covenant had cut it to 8. The Trojans double that difference now. So great job from OBA. Way to answer and seize momentum back here in the third period. Other scores from around Class B. Yale is leading Keota 36-22. Velma Alma is on top of Garber 44-32. That's in the third quarter. Sealing is dominating Turpin 50-6. So really close to that 45-point mercy rule late in the third quarter. Caddo and Drumright are locked in a battle. Caddo currently leads 34-30 over number 4 ranked Drumright. And then Regent Prep and Dewar at halftime. Dewar 48, Regent Prep 37. So an 11-point game there for the number 2 team in the state, Dewar. Walika leads Weber's Falls 42-18, and Laverne trailing O'Keene 38-30 in the fourth quarter. As the Trojans line up, preparing to kick off after that Judd Cheatham touchdown and two-point conversion. So Eli Lichty set to kick off for the Trojans as they lead 36-20. And we're back underway. Lichty comes to the near side, which is a change of pace, and that finally rolls out of bounds at the 18-yard line. And once again, Southwest Covenant is faced with a choice. Do they take the ball to 35 or force a re-kick? Last time they forced a re-kick, so let's see what they do here. They might be happy with field position at the 35. We'll just have to wait and see what their decision is. Looks like they're taking it back, and we're going to kick this one over again from 5 yards deeper in our own territory. So Lichty will tee it up at the 35, and we'll try again. Here we go again. This time it's a pooch kick into the middle of the field. Fair catch is signaled at the 42-yard line. That's number 4, Ian Bowers, the sophomore. Smart play there for the sophomore to just signal fair catch as he was surrounded by Trojans. So first down, Southwest Covenant at the 42 as Gerber brings the offense to the line. Williams in the slot and comes in motion. Hand off to Williams. Cuts it up inside. Gobbled up by Nick Beckman. A flag comes in at the end of the play.
On the play for the Trojans, number 68, Nick Beckman. There is a flag.
It's going to be holding on Southwest Covenant, so that's going to march them back from the point of the foul. So second and 20, or first and 20, sorry. First and 20 for Southwest Covenant. You always have to be aware of the deep pass here. Bayheimer, number 1, has gone out in deep routes, and of course Hoover has caught several, as has Brunk. So they definitely have the playbook that has those routes, and Gerber definitely has the arm for those throws. The teams are coming to the sideline. I haven't seen a signal for a timeout. They're going to let the quarter run out. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Your OBA Trojans lead the Southwest Covenant Patriots 36-20 at the end of the third quarter. We'll be back with fourth quarter action at obatrojans.tv. we were on like 2nd and 30 or whatever. Welcome back to OBATrojans.tv. Hoover back to pass right away. Snaps it deep. Nobody's home on that one. That one too high for Boeheim and nowhere in the vicinity of Brunk. So I don't know if that was a miscommunication or if it just sailed on Hoover a little bit as it falls incomplete. Probably intended for number 1, Lyndon Boeheim, the sophomore wide receiver. So 2nd and 20 now for Southwest Covenant. Way behind the chains now on 2nd down. Hoover. I don't see Hoover out there. Number 2's had some deep catches. There, looking for Brunk here on the near side, and it's out of bounds. No way he was going to reach that. And we're seeing a definite difference in philosophy here in coaching staffs. The Trojans, who are behind the chains often, don't very often go for the deep pass trying to get it all back in one play, and we've seen Southwest Covenant do that on 3 consecutive plays. Trojans really good about just getting chunks of yardage and making that deficit smaller on each play and trying to get the first down that way. Southwest Covenant, different philosophy. So far not working on this drive. It has worked a couple of times earlier in the game, though. So Brunk wide to the near side, Boeheim wide to the far side. Again, looks like another deep route. It's going to be, quarterback's going to keep it Eli Lichty in pursuit, but he takes a bad angle, and he's going to be short of the first down. Gerber with the carry, and immediately he steps out of bounds shy of the first down, grabbing the back of his legs. Let's hope he didn't pull a hamstring or tear something there. It's going to be 4th and about 2 with their starting quarterback laying on the sideline over there on the far side of the field. That's not a good situation. I would imagine we'll see Williams at quarterback here. And we're going to have a timeout from Southwest Covenant. Asher Hoover actually moved in at quarterback. He was hurt earlier in the game, but glad to see him back out there. But with the change in personnel and this 4th and 2 being pretty important right at midfield, Southwest Covenant coaching staff decides to go for a timeout and make sure everybody's on the same page, make sure everybody knows what they're running and what their assignments are. Probably a good decision there from the coaching staff here in the 4th quarter in what could be a pretty big drive. Southwest Covenant needs to get something out of this drive in order to keep this thing in striking distance, because if OBA gets a stop here and goes down and scores, you're more than double-digit deficit now. You're down by 24 points. And that'd be pretty hard to overcome as the clock in the 4th quarter ticks. We're less than a minute into the 4th quarter. 11:40 to go in the game. So curious to see how Southwest Covenant operates here. On 4th and 2, you got to anticipate a hard count and not give them a cheap first down on an offsides penalty. Handoff, and he pulls it and keeps it. Hoover keeps it. He's going to have the first down and then slide down. So they get the first down. First down, Southwest Covenant. And they will move the chains.
Ball is spotted at the Trojan 46-yard line.
So ball on the 42-yard line. 11:20 to go in the game. Southwest Covenant with the ball on the near hash. Trace Brunk out to the near side. Boeheim on the far side. Williams goes in motion. He's going to come back across the middle. They're going to throw it deep for Boeheim. Yeah, that's going to be a pass interference. That's pretty obvious. Although they were both pushing each other. Boeheim with a size advantage there, and that's going to be pass interference on Liam Berry. Defensive back did not get his head around and find the ball and just ran right into the chest of the receiver. And then the receiver did push him off after the cornerback ran into him, but you can't run into him to start the thing out. And so they're going to march off 15 yards and give a Southwest Covenant first down here, now well into OBA territory at the 31-yard line. So OBA defensive backs are going to have to work on getting their head around and finding the ball. That's been the third or fourth time that they just keep running and looking at the receiver, and this is they finally got burnt on it this time. So Hoover back to throw. That's going to fall incomplete to Brunk. Wyatt Hopen was there in coverage. So that brings up 2nd and 10. In the first half, Southwest Covenant was having a lot of success with the running game, with the read option, and they've seemingly abandoned that here in the second half. A whole lot of deep passes, a whole lot of vertical passing for Southwest Covenant here in the second half. So the second half's going a lot slower because there's been a whole lot of incomplete passes. Hoover back to pass, looking for the flea flicker here. They're looking for Williams. Liam Berry sniffs it out and makes the tackle, but it's still going to be a first down for Southwest Covenant. So Bayheimer with the reception, then he pitches it to Williams. So first down, Southwest Covenant trailing 20-36. Southwest Covenant looking to cut into this OBA lead with 10:51 to go in the fourth quarter. Pretty important drive here for the Patriots to get points on the board here and not let OBA create more distance in the score. OBA brings a blitz. They throw it out to the flat to Williams. He's surrounded by Trojans, and they're going to bring him down at about the 14-yard line. Judd Cheatham and Eli Lichty there with the stop. 4-yard gain, we'll call it, as the clock continues to roll with 10:30 to go in the game. Doesn't seem to be a huge sense of urgency for Southwest Covenant here with over 10 minutes to go in the game, and they're only down 16. A touchdown and extra point here make it a one-possession game. So no need to hurry here. They want to make sure they're communicating well and everybody's on the same page. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side, 1-on-1 with Liam Berry. They're going to look to the near side, and that's going to be a touchdown from Brunk. Touchdown Southwest Covenant, and that looked easy. I think there was a breakdown in coverage there. Brunk was the outside receiver and just went about 15 yards and did a post route and ran right there, and no one was there. So touchdown Southwest Covenant. Nice throw by Hoover coming in as a backup quarterback. Been playing receiver the whole game. Was injured in the first half. Is visibly limping here in the second half, but he's come in at quarterback and threw 3 completions on that drive to march Southwest Covenant down for a touchdown. Now they line up to go for a 2-point conversion. Your score 36-26. Hoover hands it off, pounding it forward. No good. The 2-point conversion is no good. So the Trojans hold, so the lead will stay at 10. OBA 36, Southwest Covenant 26. But 26 is Southwest Covenant is cut into that lead down to a 10-point lead for the Trojans here in the fourth quarter. So nice drive there from Southwest Covenant. When you take into the factor that their quarterback, their leader, goes down midway through the drive, Hoover comes in at quarterback. Really impressive job with Nate Gerber on the sideline. Hoover comes in and carries the team the rest of the way in. Nice job there from number 2, the junior Asher Hoover. So the Trojans will look to answer yet again here in the second half. There's exactly 10 minutes left in the game. The Trojans looking to answer the Southwest Covenant touchdown and in the process hopefully eat up some clock. So out come the Trojan special teams. They're going to have to be ready for an onside kick here from Southwest Covenant. It's happened several times, and the Trojans have dodged a couple of bullets here tonight with onside kicks from Southwest Covenant. as if he hasn't played enough positions tonight. Asher Hoover is also the kicker for Southwest Covenant. So he's doing it all here in the second half for the Patriots. And all of that with maybe a leg that's less than 100%.
Hoover to kick for the Patriots. Cheatham back deep.
So he's going to pooch this one. It's going to take a bounce. Cheatham's going to come up. He's going to scoop it up, and he's going to run with it across the 30, trying to get out to the 35, bounces it to the outside. He's headed across midfield. 45, 40, 35, still going, spin move, falls forward to the 23-yard line. First down, OBA, deep in Southwest Covenant territory. Nice return from Judd Cheatham, and there the special teams have shown up for OBA. The special teams have been a little bit sketchy tonight, but here in the fourth quarter when they needed a big play, the special teams show up. No flags on the play. Cheatham with a nice return, and the ball is going to be spotted at the 24, just outside the red zone, but deep in Southwest Covenant territory. So here come the Trojan offense. Hofen comes in motion. Cheatham's going to hand it off to Easton up the middle. Bouncing around, but going forward the whole time is Ian Easton.
Easton on the carry.
They're going to call that about an 8-yard gain for Ian Easton. It's going to be 2nd and 2.
By number 1, Beheimer.
Beheimer with the tackle for the Patriots. The Trojans will be in no hurry here as they are knocking on the door to score, and they're playing against the clock just as much as they are against Southwest Covenant at this point in the game. First time in a while OBA's had to go the distance. I don't see this one ending up in a 45-point mercy rule game. So Cheatham up under center, Easton in the backfield, Hofen comes in motion. It's going to be an option play. There's contact in the backfield. Nice penetration there from the defensive line.
Number 24, Wright.
That's number 21, Gavin Wright, in there. The junior defensive lineman was able to shoot the gap and get a shoulder pad in there on Judd Cheatham, bring him down for a short loss. So 3rd and 3 for the Trojans. They're still a little bit ahead of the chains. So 3rd and manageable for OBA as the clock continues to roll with 8:38 to go in the game. .14 seconds on the play clock as the Trojans approach the line. Cheatham under center, Easton in the backfield, Hofen in motion yet again. Another handoff to Easton going right up the middle, grinding for as many yards as he can get. Let's see where they spot it. It's going to be close to a first down, but I'm not sure he got there.
Easton on the carry. Tackled by Wright.
And first down is the signal from the official. First down, Trojans at about the 15-yard line, it looks like.
First down and 10.
A lot of excitement with the first down, and then there's a kind of a lull there as the Trojans are taking their time with 8 minutes to go. Going to run as much clock as they can as they try and grind this towards the end zone. Really tight formation now. Two running backs in the backfield behind Cheatham. He just goes right up the middle, going to follow that offensive line and just grind forward, and he's going to get maybe 4 or 5 yards on that. Looks like about a 4-yard carry, making it 2nd and 6.
Looks to have picked up about 3 yards on the play.
So Trojans with kind of just a bulldozer formation. You got that big offensive line in there behind Nick Beckman, Jackson, and Harrison Crow in there. And Cheatham's just going to nudge in there behind those 3 and follow them as far as he can. And in the meantime, gobble up as much clock as he can. As in the 2 plays in this series of downs, the first down play and then that one, the play that got them the first down, and then that play on first down, they've eaten up a whole minute of clock as there's only 7 minutes left to go now. Hofen comes in motion. Cheatham's going to roll out to the near side, bounces it into the middle, grinding forward. Touchdown OBA! Judd Cheatham looked like he was contained and just squirts away to score a touchdown. Cheatham back on the board for the Trojans, adds 6 more for OBA. The Trojans look content just to grind the ball up the middle, and that's kind of what they were doing. But Cheatham just kept grinding, and they didn't bring him down. So with 6:56 to go, Your Trojans lead 42-26. So another way to answer for the Trojan offense. Southwest Covenant, a nice drive there to come down and score, and OBA immediately answers. This time a more slow, deliberate drive, even though with a great special teams play that gave OBA the ball at the 25-yard line. They ate almost 3 minutes of clock off of there, a little more than 3 minutes, because they got the ball at about the 9-minute mark, and there's 6:56 to go. OBA is forced to take a timeout before the 2-point conversion play. A little confusion there, not sure what happened. But the Trojans jump out to a 42-26 lead. That's a big touchdown for the Trojans, because a stop there from Southwest Covenant, and if they come down and score, they're in striking distance. And so that's a big insurance touchdown for the Trojans as we move to the latter part of the game here in the fourth quarter. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Regent Prep and Dewar, who are locked in a battle over on the other side of the state. It's currently number 2 ranked Dewar 48, Regent Prep 43. Sealing has finished off Turpin 56-6 on a mercy rule. So that game is finished. Number 1 Sealing advances. Laverne and O'Keene locked in a close one. It's the fourth quarter. O'Keene is leading the Laverne Tigers 38-36 at Laverne. So that's an interesting one going on right there. Waletka has mercy ruled Weber's Falls 64-18. Yale leading Keota 44-22. Drumright, number 4 in the state, has taken the lead on Caddo in the third quarter, 46-40. Velma Alma is pulling away from Garber, 56-32. And then here, of course, it's OBA 42, Southwest Covenant 26, as the Trojans come out onto the field to try and complete this 2-point conversion. So Cheatham's going to roll out to his right, looking to throw. He has Liam Berry. 2-point conversion is good. Through the air this time. Judd Cheatham finds Liam Berry, and they tack on 2 more points, making the score OBA 44, Southwest Covenant 26. The Trojans looking to finish this one off and advance in the playoffs. We'll be back for the end of the game here at Southwest OBA Trojans.tv. Welcome back, Commitment Field in beautiful Enid, Oklahoma. Beautiful night in northwestern Oklahoma for high school football. Not a lick of wind blowing, the flags hanging straight down on the flagpole. Eli Lichty set to kick off, and he's going to send this one deep and going to be fielded inside the 10-yard line. Here comes Kufal, tries to spin and get out of it. He's brought down at the 18 by Elijah Chambers. And so Southwest Covenant's going to have a long way to go to try and get on the board here with 6:50 to go in the game. So Kufal was looking for a seam, kind of exploring, trying to spin out of it, and Elijah Chambers was right there ready for it, bringing him down before he can cross the 20-yard line. So first down, Southwest Covenant, with a long way to go to try and cut into this OBA lead, and the clock is their enemy now at this point. Hoover in there at quarterback. Williams comes in motion. They hand it off to Williams. Williams finds a little bit of a gap, and he's going to gain about 6 yards there, making it 2nd and 4 for Southwest Covenant. But with the running play, the clock continues to run. So a lot of work done tonight by number 0, Zeke Williams, the senior for Southwest Covenant, as he's carried the lion's share of the load for the Patriots tonight. Great game for that young man. Hoover takes the snap, looking to his right. Now he looks deep over the middle, and it's hauled in. Nice catch there. And the Trojans hanging on, and it's going to be first down at the 38-yard line. That ball is complete to Lyndon Beheimer.
Reception made by Beheimer.
So Liam Barry there in coverage on Beheimer, but Beheimer hauls it in. Barry's able to hang on until Judd Cheatham arrives to help out and bring Beheimer down. So big chunk gain there for the Patriots with under 5 minutes to go now in the game. And again, talked about it earlier, just the differences in philosophy. A lot of vertical passing here from Southwest Covenant. Hoover back to pass again. Looking deep. Chambers in pressure. That's going to be over the receiver. A flag comes flying in. Not really near anybody. And that's going to be signaled pass interference. I must confess I missed that one. Where the flag flew in, there was no players were in the vicinity, so I'm not sure where the official was looking to call the interference. The pass was, 10 yards out of bounds. So I missed something here. Sorry, folks. I don't have a better explanation for you. But first down, Southwest Covenant. Hoover back to pass. He's going to look in the flat. Beheimer catches after about a 5-yard gain and steps out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 5:32 to go. So just a short little dump route into the flat.
And 5 for the Patriots.
So receivers everywhere for Hoover. Williams comes in motion to the far side in the slot. Brunk out here by himself with Wyatt Hofen. And he's looking out here for Brunk. Hofen in there, Cheatham in to help, so he's going to make the tackle, no yards after catch, but it's going to be enough for a first down. Southwest Covenant right at the 10-yard line. Trojans look content just to keep the Patriots in front of them, give up nothing deep at this point with 5:20 to go in the game. So Brunk just runs a little in route, catches the ball at the 10, and is immediately brought down at the 10 by Hofen and Cheatham. Really impressed with Hoover coming in, stepping in at quarterback. The junior Asher Hoover has done a good job at the helm. Hoover back to pass again. He's got, and that's going to be a touchdown. And again, it's Brunk. The Trojans have to find that young man. He's got, I think, 4 touchdown catches tonight out in the coverage. I know he's got it. He had the deep one. The first touchdown was him deep in the end zone. That's at least 3. It might be 4 touchdowns for the senior, number 22, Trace Brunk. He hasn't really touched the ball very many times, but I think just about every time he's touched it, he's scored a touchdown. So nice play there from the senior Brunk. 4:53 to go. Your Trojans lead 44-32 as Southwest Covenant comes to the line looking for 2 points. Hoover rolls to the right, looking to throw. And that's going to be complete. This time to Williams. So 34-44 is your score. And yes, I'm aware that rhymed. There's about 5 minutes left in the game, 4:53 left in the game. Your Trojans lead by 10, 44-34. We're going to take a break and come back with more action here at OBATrojans.tv. So we're about ready to get back underway. OBA leads 44-34, 4:53 to go in the game. Southwest Covenant set to kick off. The Trojans have to be ready for an onside kick here. Judd Cheatham deep by himself. Everybody else up close, 10 yards from the ball. And that's going to be onside. It's going to be scooped up in the air. Nice play there from the freshman, Jacoby Justice. Diving in there and catches the ball on the fly before he can take another hop. And that's going to be down right on the 50-yard line. So heads-up play there for the freshman, number 52, J.J. Jacoby Justice. Trojans will take over on the 50. So here come the Trojans. Liam Berry wide to the near side. Wyatt Hofen on the far side of the field. Ian Easton in the backfield. Hofen comes in motion. Cheatham takes it to the far side of the field following Easton. He's off and running. He's got space. Trying to get across the 30. Inside the 20 and brought down at the 14-yard line. Some interesting downfield blocking there from the sophomore Liam Berry. He just kind of stood in the way and essentially took a charge as if he was playing basketball. He just kind of stood there and let one of the pursuing defenders run into him. But it occupied a defender and gave Judd Cheatham a little more room. So unorthodox blocking there from Liam Berry downfield, but it was fun to watch and it accomplished its mission. So first down OBA as they're on the move once again, 4:43 to go here in the fourth quarter. So here come the Trojans. Hofen in the slot on the near side. Easton in the slot on the far side. Cheatham's going to take it up the middle, trying to find space. He's got Hofen blocking, and Cheatham's going to have positive yardage inside the 10, brought down at about the 4-yard line, it looks like. Going to be close to a first down.
Cheatham on the carry. Tackled near the 5-yard line. Tackle made by number 0, Zeke.
Yep, that's going to be first and goal for the Trojans. So the clock continues to tick, 4:15 to go in the game. Trojans up by 10, looking to add to that and maybe just lock this thing up if they can punch it in right here, making it a 3-possession game. Sorry, it's a 2-possession game right now. Making it a 3-possession game really helps their odds. Cheatham takes the snap. Nice penetration. He spins away, though, still going, and he turns what should have been a negative yardage play into a positive yardage play. Didn't get much, but he got something. Chance Betts, the senior defensive lineman, was in there immediately, shot through the gap, and put a hit on Cheatham. Cheatham was able to spin away and get a 1.5 yards, 2 yards on that, making it second and goal from the 2. So nice individual effort there from the senior, number 10, Judd Cheatham. Great defensive effort from Chance Betts, but Cheatham was able to salvage something out of that. Clock is moving, 3:22 to go in the game. Trojans are going to take their time with this. They want to punch it in, but they want to take as much time as they can. Hofen in motion. Handoff to Easton up the middle. He's just going to grind. And touchdown Ian Easton. He's able to get across. So the Trojans add 6 more, making it 50 to 34. Sorry about that. The Trojan strategy down here has been just to kind of grind it right up the middle and try and run some clock. But this is the second consecutive drive they've got down there and look to do that and just kind of keep grinding forward into the end zone. So 50 to 34 is your score, 3:11 to go as the Trojans will line up for 2. Successful on their last 2-point conversion with a pass to Liam Berry. Let's see what they pull out of their bag of tricks for these 2 points. Cheatham's going to roll to his right, this time looking for Chambers. Chambers pulls it in. Elijah Chambers with a 2-point conversion this time. It looked like a very similar play, may have been the same play, but this time we throw it to Chambers instead of Berry, and that makes the score OBA 52, Southwest Covenant 34, and a 16-point lead now. Really makes the Trojans' chances look really good with 3:11 to go. Southwest Covenant is going to have to really move fast now, score a touchdown, and convert the 2-point conversion both times. If the Trojans are able to hang on and win this one, they will play next week at a site to be determined on a day to be determined. It'll be either the Friday after Thanksgiving or the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Not sure which. We don't know that yet. They will take on the winner of Dewar versus Regent Prep. And right now in the fourth quarter of that game, Regent Prep is leading by 1 point, 49-48. So a high-scoring affair going on over in the Tulsa area tonight as well. Velma Alma is up 56-40 over Garber, and Caddo has taken the lead over number 4 Drumright, 48-46 in the third quarter. As Eli Lichty sets to tee it up, Yale is up by 30 over Keota, 52-22, and O'Keene has opened up and beat Laverne 46-36. So number 3 Laverne is out of the playoffs. Lichty kicks this one deep, and it's fielded inside the 10 by Kufal. He's going to bring it to the near side and dance out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. So a little bit of an upset there. O'Keene taking down Laverne 46-36. So nice win there for the Whippets as they take out the Tigers. Waletka beats Weber's Falls, and Sealing is leading Turpin.
First down and 10, Southwest Covenant.
Yale is winning, and O'Keene beat Laverne. Shocker there. Oh, that ball's ruled incomplete, and a flag comes in late. So Liam Berry in coverage there looked like he was going to get the interception. A flag comes flying in, so it's going to be ruled pass interference, and that's going to move the ball. We're under 3 minutes at 2:59 to go in the game. So first down, Southwest Covenant. They've had, I think 3 first downs off of pass interference penalties. So the Trojan defense needs to focus on making tackles inbounds to keep that clock running. As Hoover's back to pass. He's going to throw it to the far sideline. It's going to be complete. Berry with the tackle and keeps him in bounds. No first down, just shy of the first down there for Kufal. So 9-yard gain, but really the objective here is to keep that clock running as we're down to about 2:35 to go. And really Southwest Covenant not showing a lot of urgency here. They're huddling up and talking as the clock continues to tick. So you got to keep your eye down here on the near side where Trace Brunk is. He's been their go-to guy on deep passes. That one goes complete. Again to Kufal, and he scrambles forward to the 35-yard line where he's brought down. That'll stop the clock at 2:14 for them to move the chains. And again, at this point, the Trojans are playing against the clock just as much as they're playing against Southwest Covenant. So they'll concede yardage in exchange for minutes, and that's what's going on right now as we're just under 2 minutes to go in the game now. Brunk here on the near side. Hoover looking downfield again, looking deep for Kufal. That ball's loose. No signal. It's in Kufal's hands, but I think he was out of bounds. So incomplete pass there. He caught that ball, but from our angle, I couldn't tell if he was in bounds or not. And there was no signal from the officiating crew, so I couldn't really tell what happened. But Liam Berry in the coverage, and the pass took Kufal out of bounds, and so that'll be an incomplete pass. It stops the clock with 1:49 to go. So again, the Patriots come up to the line. Williams in motion. Going to be a wheel route for Williams. And that ball's intercepted by Judd Cheatham, and he's off on the run. He cuts it up into the middle of the field, now heads for the sideline. Gets by one guy, and he's going to be gone. I don't think Kufal can catch him. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Judd Cheatham. The defense scores a touchdown for the Trojans tonight to wrap this thing up. And that'll make the lead pretty much insurmountable as the Trojans add 6 more late in the fourth quarter. Minute 32 to go in the game. So OBA forces Southwest Covenant into a situation where they have to pass, and Judge Cheatham picks that thing off. But let's give props to Hoover. Hoover's come in and had to play quarterback after playing receiver the whole first half, and he's done a good job. That one got away from him, a little high for the target, and Cheatham gobbled it up and went to the house. So pick 6 for the Trojans here in the fourth quarter. Hofen gets the handoff from Cheatham. He's trying to bounce it to the outside, and he's going to get in. 2-point conversion is good for Wyatt Hofen. So that'll make your score OBA 60, Southwest Covenant 34 with a minute 32 in the game. .26 lead for the Trojans with 1:32 to go. And that will just about wrap it up. So it looks like the Trojans are going to advance, barring some sort of I was going to say minor miracle, but I'm going to say major miracle to make up a 26-point deficit in a minute 32. And they're going to take on the winner of Regent Prep and Dewar, which are locked in a 1-point battle. It's 49-48 right now. Regent Prep is leading Dewar. The number 2 team in the state is down a point in the fourth quarter. Number 3 team in the state, Laverne, has already been knocked out by the O'Keene Whippets. Yale with a 52-30 lead with a minute to go over Keota. So 8-4 Yale looks like they're going to advance. So interesting night in Class B football, that's for sure. As we have the number 3 ranked team fall tonight in the form of the Laverne Tigers, and the number 4 Drumright is leading Caddo, and Dewar and Regent Prep are locked in a 1-point battle late in the game. So a lot of potential shakeup in the bracket as Lichty kicks this one off, and it's fielded at the 15-yard line by Kufal, and he kind of jogs forward, taking his time, picking his way forward, and brought down at about the 33-yard line. I'm correction, that's not Kufal, that's Williams. Sorry about that, folks.
Brought down by Hofen. First down at 10, Patriots.
Here comes Hoover and Southwest Covenant offense. It's going to be oh, he drops the ball, though. It's loose. Fumbles loose. That was going to be a halfback pass from Beheimer. But as he was trying to grip the ball to throw it, it slipped out of his hands and fell to the ground. So he recovers his own fumble. Hoover, you got to give it up to that young man, hobbles out to the huddle. Backup quarterback comes in, played receiver the whole first half. I think he rolled an ankle or something. He was down on the ground for quite a while in the first half. Came back in and then had to come in and play quarterback in the second half, and he's done a valiant job. Fires it deep, and he has a man. That's going to be a complete pass to Beheimer, and it's going to be a first down. He dove for the ball, made the catch at about the 48-yard line. And I stand corrected. They're going to rule that as incomplete. I guess he didn't get his arms under it. He dove. It looked like a catch from here. Nice effort there from the sophomore, Lyndon Beheimer. But that falls incomplete and stops the clock with 41 seconds to go, making it 3rd and 15 for Southwest Covenant. Again, a lot of throwing the ball around the field tonight for the Patriots. As Hoover directs traffic, Kufal goes in motion. Got Williams in the backfield. They're going to hand it to the senior. He's going to throw a halfback pass now. and that's going to fall incomplete, out of bounds. And all these plays are just doing nothing but stopping the clock as that incomplete pass brings up 4th and 15 for Southwest Covenant. 36 seconds to go in the game. So the Trojans with several subs in there. Aiden Klingenpeel in there, along with Thomas Campbell, and Andrew Campbell also in there with McGuire Arnold on defense. Prevent defense for the Trojans. They're going to try and keep everybody in front of them. A complete pass doesn't hurt them. And that one's complete, and then Campbell forces him out of bounds. So it'll be first down, Southwest Covenant, 31 seconds to go. Southwest Covenant will not go quietly. They're going to keep slinging it. I mean, one running play would be the end of the game, really. And they keep slinging it. So it's either going to be an incomplete pass or a first down, because they're through a lot of vertical passes tonight, here, especially in the second half for Southwest Covenant. Again, Hoover back to pass. Whole bunch of Trojans back in coverage. And that's going to fall incomplete, this time with 24 seconds left. Andrew Campbell in coverage there. Another incomplete pass. Brings up 2nd and 10. So Trojans only rushing 2 there with Klingenpeel and Ian Burnett. And then dropping everybody else into coverage. And not a lot of open space out there for Hoover to throw it into. Looks like Lucas Olson going to get in there and give Eli Lichty a break. Klingenpeel in pursuit as Hoover scrambles out, throws it downfield, broken up by Hofen. Nice play from number 21, Wyatt Hofen. Just jumps the route, gets his inside hand on the ball, knocks it away. Incomplete pass, 3rd and 10 with 16 seconds to go. Another sub come in. Wiley Lentz in there for the Trojans for the first time tonight, giving Ian Burnett a spell. Ian's had some good minutes for the Trojans on the line. So 16 seconds to go, 3rd and 10 for Southwest Covenant. Ethan Ash in there now on defense for OBA. Klingenpeel trying to apply some pressure. Ash in coverage. There's just Trojans everywhere in the defensive backfield. Finally going to scramble. Hoover's going to run that and just kind of fly out of bounds after about a 5-yard gain. 6 seconds to go. Trenton Young in there for the Trojans on defense, along with Ben Burrell, giving Liam Berry the last play of the game off. And the freshman Ben Burrell and freshman Trenton Young in there as well. So Hoover looking to throw. Going to air this one out. It's high. Ethan Ash in coverage, and that's going to fall incomplete, and that's going to be the ball game. OBA will advance with a win. 60-34 is your final. The Trojans will move on. Who they play is still yet to be determined, because that game is Regent Prep 55, Dewar 48 in the 4th quarter. So still some determining to be done in that one. Not sure who the Trojans will face in that game. So great playoff victory for the Trojans. Final score, OBA 60, Southwest Covenant 34. Congratulations, Southwest Covenant, on a great season. Some great young men on that squad. It's always fun to compete with people, but off the field, ultimately, the ultimate goal of both of these schools is to glorify Christ and provide these young people with a gospel-centered education. And we know our friends at Southwest Covenant do that. And we are all very like-minded in that way. So congratulations on a great season, Southwest Covenant. They have really put in the work this year, and this was a battle tonight. So OBA will advance. You'll have to stay tuned and check out the newspaper, or you can check out the Scoredle app to see scores. Right now, Regent Prep is leading the number 3 team in the state, Dewar. They just scored another touchdown and opened it up a little bit. So Regent Prep 55, Dewar 48. So instead of a 1-point game, it's a 7-point game. We'll see how that one ends up. Where the Trojans play next week is still yet to be determined. And right now, who they play is yet to be determined. So we'll find out all together. Have a great night, folks. Thanks for joining us on OBATrojans.tv.